My name is Tom. Rachel and I were together for 8 years. I wouldn't say it was the passion of the century, but it was. We didn't yell at each other, throw dishes, or cause drama. Everything went according to plan. Work, dinner, TV shows, shopping on the weekends. Sometimes sex, mostly just sleep. There were no fireworks, but there were no disasters either. I thought that this was what a normal adult life looked like. She was always calm. She looked into your eyes when she spoke. She didn't hide her grievances, but she didn't exaggerate them either. Sometimes she withdrew. I attributed it to fatigue. It was difficult at work. We both worked, both came in the evening and just existed next to each other. I thought, this is how it should be, this is stability. We don't need to declare our love every day, we don't need to hold hands in the store. The main thing is reliability, respect, a team. She became quieter for a couple of weeks. I almost didn't notice, she just talked less. Spent more time at the computer. I asked if everything was okay, she nodded. I believed her. We weren't the kind of people who took our feelings apart. Everyone was doing their own thing. And then she was gone. I came home, silence. Usually it smelled like her perfume, or dinner. Now, nothing, just air. There was an envelope on the table. White, neat, right in the middle. At first I didn't even understand. I thought bills. Then I opened it. There was a note. Small, a quarter of a sheet, her handwriting. Even, without trembling. I've left. Please, don't look for me. We have nothing left to share. This is not an impulse. This is a decision. Forgive me. Everything. No name, no date, no why, no where. I sat in the kitchen, staring blankly out the window. Then I checked her things. Everything that was truly hers was gone. Jewelry, passport, laptop. Even the photo from the shelf was gone. I checked my phone. It was turned off. I called, wrote. No answer, no signal. I called my friends, my parents. They all answered the same way. We don't know ourselves. We can't get through to her either. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know whether to be angry, scared, or just going crazy. 3 days passed. A week. I started to choke from ignorance. I thought, maybe the hospital, maybe something happened. I checked everything's zero. The police said, she's an adult. She has the right to leave, even from her husband. It seemed absurd. How could she just disappear? And then I saw an article. A small note in the news, a resident won $1 million in the lottery. Asked not to disclose her information. The photo was blurry. But I recognized the coat, her coat. The same one she wore when she left in the morning. I googled the details, checked the dates. Too many coincidences for it to be anyone else. My hands were shaking. I reread the note again. Don't look for me. And it became clear, she won. And decided that this was her way out. I wasn't angry, I was petrified. Because all this time I thought we were partners, even if tired, even if not perfect. But she could talk. Say, I need to leave. I want a new life, instead disappearance. And all we had was reduced to a neat note and an empty house. Friends asked what happened. I said, she left. I didn't want to sound like a pathetic abandoned husband. Although inside, that's exactly how I felt. I was offended not by the money, not by the winnings, but by the fact that at the moment when she had a chance for a new life, she chose a life without me. Without a conversation, without even a last look. I didn't try to look for her. Why? A person who can cross you out silently will not return with an explanation. And what would I say? You could have at least warned me. She didn't want to. And that's all you need to know. Sometimes I wonder where she is. Maybe she's sitting in a cafe, drinking expensive wine, or drawing, or living with someone new. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that she's there, and I'm here. In the same apartment, in the same silence, only without illusions.
Story number 2. My name is Emma. My family is over a year old. 3 of us, me, my husband James, and our 9-year-old son Luke. And it was like this. They went on vacation for a week to visit friends. According to their stories, an amazing place. I was supposed to go together, but at the last minute I said that it would be better for me to stay. Work, nerves. I said that I would fall behind schedule if I left. They agreed. calmed me down, said we will call on Skype every evening. They left early in the morning. I saw them off at the door. My son slipped, almost fell. I picked him up in my arms and said, "Go and relax. I have everything under control." The car drove away. I closed the door and felt they left, but I stayed. The first evening I was cooking dinner. It was quiet. The TV was on, but without sound. The phone was silent. I checked Skype, nothing. My soul was empty. I thought, I'm still a part of this trip, their trip. But it turned out no. The second day, I woke up because I caught a tick in my eyes. I went to their rooms. Everything was so quiet, as if no one lived there. I started washing, cleaning, cooking. My whole life was built around them, and now around their absence. The phone showed one message: "We've arrived." Good. Good. That's all I got. The third day, I went outside. I bought myself a coffee. I sat on a bench and watched couples walking, families laughing. And I without them. Suddenly I thought, who am I if I'm just left at home? Tears came to my eyes, but I didn't cry. I just sat and listened to my emptiness. The fourth day, they sent a photo, with smiles, glasses of wine, a beautiful view. I looked and put the phone away. They were recreating a family vacation. Without me, I didn't even feel anger. I felt unneeded. Day 5, a call. On Skype, I smiled and said hi. They were in good spirits. The pleasure trip was a success. "Look how cool we are," I answered. But inside, empty. I didn't even say that I missed them. I didn't know the word for myself at that moment. Day 6. I cleaned up, cleared out the closet. I found my son's old notes, drawings, my photo next to them. I sat in the dark, leafing through the files, and everything inside just cracked from the realization: I am important as long as I'm around. I am the background. My value is in their attention. Day 7, they came back. The car drove up. My son rushed to me. The children screamed, "Mom." I smiled. But inside, in the rustle of this return, I heard a new sound. The silence will never be the same. I became different. Because I am no longer the one who can simply be abandoned.